2022 has been such a giant for the mobile gaming. However, 2023 is gonna be even bigger. In fact, we've got over here some console quality games on the horizon that up until this very day, no one even thought could be even possible. With that said, today on Mobile Games Zone, we're looking at some of the biggest AAA upcoming mobile games on the horizon for both Android and iOS devices starting today. Alright guys, at number 1, well, this looks as shocking to me as it might to you. We've got over here from roughly 24 hours ago, a action fighting platformer, just a brand new game out of the old Outcast show, something here called On the One Person in the making. This is a mobile exclusive as it seems so far, and here's about 30 seconds of a 6-minute gameplay trailer that the company came up with. The news that the game's now headed to both Android and iOS devices early to mid next year, and yes, it's actually quite a bit inspired by the recently released game Seafood. Coming up behind that, we've got over here once again Ashfall, what's stated to be the first cross-platform post-apocalyptic MMORPG ever made, with true cross-play between PC and the mobile devices, or well, as it is stated by developers. This game is now up for pre-register, actually ready to go in some limited regions on TapTap. Ashfall over here, guys, believe it or not, is at the moment one of the top 3 biggest mobile games in development. It's even being soundtracked by the score master Hans Zimmer. This is how it really works, and it might just be your best bet in the future if you've been craving some more legitimate Fallout on your cell phone though. Take a look.
Period of time. Murphy's first skill is active camo.
Moving on to number 3, we've got over here Mission Zero. If I had to say so myself, this is probably the most anticipated game on the list today, and in case you are new to an upcoming stealth PvP mobile exclusive game by the known developers NetEase. Now this is some legitimate captured in-game footage on an Android device. We actually got our latest gameplay trailer only hours ago, and reconfirmation that the game is now indeed releasing mid to late 2023. Check it out in case you missed it. This game will probably be in the not so distant future the closest best competitor to the Hitman series.
Outfit is chosen in active camo. It will locate all serious agents who have not taken on a disguise. Active camo allows Murphy to disguise herself as an NPC that fits into the scene. Next, she may want to cast telepathic link to expose those serious agents with the same NPC outfit.
Sitting on the Google Play Store ready for pre-register, at number 4 we've got over here Dawnlands. This is just a quick mention, guys, in case you missed it. The game is an exploration-based open-world survival/MMORPG, albeit in minimal portions. It's more of an action-adventure though, just like Zelda games, which is less action. In case you're wondering, you can use the link down in the description. Just make sure to stay tuned for a precise release date for the full game. Coming up at number 5 from roughly a week ago, we've got over here Cursed or CRSED Mobile at Cuisine Royale. This is an online shooter / melee action battle royale style online game, a lot in the same vein as one of the upcoming 4-player online games in the making called Eruthyll, with some very realistic graphics, some vehicle rides, weapons, characters, and quite fun as it seems. Here's a trailer. Rather short trailer. Game set to be coming to mobile devices only in January next year, and this is how it actually looks.
只有奇迹才有这样的力量。
At number 6, we've got over here Tencent Games, developers of PUBG, actually in partnership with another studio called Teamy. Well, finally, their gameplay reveal of an open-world action RPG that they've been making since a couple of years ago, in case you didn't know, going by the name Honor of Kings World. Honor of Kings World is a spin-off of the Tencent's mobile Honor of Kings itself. It is now an open-world game, as I've said, and one that'll actually feature co-op. That's it, the game is only rumored to be coming out early next year.
一直不停地战斗。直上青天，揽星辰。
大道理，和我的魂天讲什么？
At number 7 from only hours ago, we've got over here once again something called Eruthyll, a mobile exclusive RPG. I would have to give it to this one. Perhaps one of the most innovative games I've come across for the past 6 months. This game is a mix of life sim, action RPGs, and even adventures. It even incorporates some turn-based combat mechanics and narrative-based structures. Here's the gameplay. The game's said to be coming our way February next year and will be totally free to play as well.
가장 밑바닥에 처박아줄게. 다들 기다리던 쇼의 하이라이트야. 멋지게 끝내버려. 부닥지 꼭 이어진 my love. 유성빛처럼 반짝인 말. 두둥실 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 살고자는 죽을 것이요 죽고자는 살 것이요 한풀 발사 빛나고 있어 한숨 잘 채우는 별빛 그쳐지는 내가 흩어내는 거꾸로 난 비늘은 건드리는 게 아니란다.
Now, Bilibili, the Chinese publishers, just announced their next AAA action RPG, well, technically a strategy RPG that they've been making since mid-last year, something called Eruthyll. I don't know. Let me just say the reason that it is a strategy is, well, this game is a collectible / card-based turn-taking RPG. Here's some in-game footage. I'm not really sure what type of Android device you will need to run this one smoothly, but the game's set to be coming out fully January 12th next year.
On the moon Europa, a lush, terraformed paradise in Jupiter's shadow.
Now, this is not legitimately still a mobile game or a mobile port of a console game, only leaked out of the company just now. We've got from the Game Awards show just a few days ago something over here called Europa, a open-world, cel-shaded inspired action platformer like Zelda games. Well, what is touted as an exploration-based relaxation game? Here's a trailer. Game set to be coming to PCs only first and possibly coming out a little later for the mobile devices too, as a paid game.
And discover the story of the last human alive.
Guys, I know at least a few of you over here have been knowing about this one, so in that case, NetEase just released a new update for their upcoming survival sandbox shooter that they've been making called Once Human. They said the game is now set for a closed beta test January 6 next year and due out fully after a few months. This is actually in-game footage. The game is set to be coming to both Android and iOS devices in addition to PCs and consoles as an online-offline PvPvE survival. Check it out in case you missed it. The game is a little too much to believe, I know, but it is real.
We gotta get out of here. Keep yourself hidden. Don't look them in the eye. It's all over. Let's get out of here.
Moving on, we've got over here from a tad over 48 hours ago, I gotta say probably the biggest pixel art surprise of 2022 so far. Something over here called Goddess Soul, a action RPG side-scroller and quite a bit inspired by the classic games like Dungeon Fighter Online. Goddess Order or Soul doesn't have a release date yet, nor any pre-registration website. It's only rumored to be coming out January to March next year for the mobile devices only, and this is how it really looks.
그 속에서 벌어지는 다양한 사건과 이야기들. 오더.
時空を超えて遊ぶ準備はできてる？
Next up at number 12 for all of you pixel art enthusiasts once again, or just RPG veteran classic folks like me, old people, New is the publishers finally came out and released a debut trailer for the sequel, long-awaited game Brown Dust 2. They said the game's now coming to mobile devices only, iOS first early next year, and that it's gonna be released sometime next year. That's all, and this is just how it looks right now.
ちょっと目撃者は排除するわよ。
Coming up at number 13, we've got Awaken Legends, idle RPG. Well, simply just like the title suggests, this is an idle AFK-based online RPG, well, turn-based RPG. They're quite a bit like games such as Idle Heroes or AFK Arena with PvP components, and nothing really much to talk about, just that the game's sitting on the Play Store ready for pre-register. It's visually a very realistic game, I believe, and it might as well be the next Idle Cancer. That said, the game's releasing fully early to mid next year.
There's James, fighting to prove his worth to himself.
Ubisoft just came out with the news that Valiant Hearts 2, the sequel to, in case you are new to it here, an award-winning puzzle platformer that first came out all the way back in 2014. A game that is sitting on Steam with a 10 out of 10 review score. Well, Valiant Hearts 2, the sequel, is now coming over to mobile devices exclusively in the beginning. Later it's going to be released for consoles and PCs as well, January next year. Here's the trailer. They actually came up with not much of a gameplay, and just so you know, it'll be a fully paid offline game.
The British aviator captures the chaos down below. Anna shines like a ray of light, breaking through the gloom of the wounded.
Moving on to number 15, we've got, once again, Dragonheir, Silent Gods. Well, this is a party-based MMORPG, dice-based, pretty much like Dungeons & Dragons with real-time strategy game elements. Dragonheir was actually announced a few months ago, and ever since it's actually been undergoing the shadow of a lot of bigger role-playing games. The good news, however, is that the game is now getting so much more attention lately. It actually just got a new cinematic trailer yesterday, and is now scheduled to come out by the end of 2023. Take a look. One of the lesser known reveals of 2022. We've got over here at number 16 something called Limbus Company, a mobile and PC crossplay support RPG, and also the third game in the project, Moons games, well, based on the world of Lobotomy Corporation. From half a decade ago, some of you might even remember that was a horror strategy management life sim. Anyway, here's how it works. The game is now supposed to be all the way offline and probably paid, coming to both platforms simultaneously. Bound by Blades, on the other hand, well, this is a surprise to myself as I've never heard about this. It's actually a boss rush style action RPG with an emphasis on a lot of really hard combats and crafting. I've just read the description for you. I believe this is a somewhat Souls-like pixel art platformer slash Monster Hunter, something set in a fantasy world where a curse has taken over the world and you and the Bound must fight against it. As a trailer, guys, the game is available through a demo on Steam and set to be coming out for iOS and Android devices as well, early to mid next year.
Use the skills of your allies wisely. Benevolent spirits will aid you. Take care of them, and they will become invaluable.
And last but not least, guys, just an honorable mention as we go. We've got over here finally Ninja Must Die single-handedly, the funnest, smoothest, freest, fastest, and most challenging action platformer on the entire platform of the past 6 months. This game is playable offline and online. It's got so far a almost 5 out of 5 review score on the Google Play. The game is available through a beta test in some other regions, and just so happens today, if you sign up, there is a beta taking place right now. Take a quick look.